Guys, what's up? Welcome to another Q&A session for Pow Vista. This is Steven, aka Close on Sunday. I have a couple questions here I'm going to get to real quick. I got a DM today that was so well written, and I just have to share it because it really illustrates the problem that we have with Pow Vista right now. So it says, hey, I have a ton of random inventory, but have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I've talked to everyone and gone everywhere. I'm in the dark forest area. Any guidance? And I think that just summarizes the issue with Pow Vista right now. We have a ton. We have 2 incomplete quests that are in the forest area that they're just items and there's no clear use for it. And there's nothing in the game that tells you kind of what the end game is, which is AKA after you finish all the quests, you don't really know what to do without someone explaining it to you. So what I replied with is what the end game is right now, which is that every NPC in the game drops a 1 out of 1,000 hoodie. That you can also level up the death skill and other skills, but the death skill specifically to get more powerful attack moves that make grinding those 1 out of 1,000 hoodies more efficient and doable. And then you can also fill up your POW decks, which is it's an icon with like 2 little squares and lines next to it. Anyway, you can find it with your bag open. It's an icon where you can see the skateboards and the hoodies in the game that you can collect and fill it up. And then the last in-game item is that you can level up your skills to climb up the high scores. So right now we have nothing in the game that tells you that. We also have nothing in the game that helps guide you to all the quest start points because we don't even know if this person has finished all the quests. If we had some kind of quest tracker, which we actually have in the works, we would be able to direct players without any help because 99% of players aren't going to open up Discord and ask this question. They're just going to exit out of the game because there's nothing to do. So I thought this was a super good question, and I think, okay, so this person also came back to me with some great suggestions. So they brought up the idea of having the daily or weekly tasks that are kind of like low-key. For example, like defeating a certain number of creatures or getting a certain amount of experience. And then another idea they gave were puzzle-like challenges for rewards, which I think it was pretty cool. I'm going to go to the next question here, and then we'll close out this video. So Juno asked a great question about, will quests be made to be replayable somehow? Would be nice to go back on old quests if possible. I thought that was an interesting one. I'm not sure how we could make that work. Like, I don't know of games where you can like play the main quest multiple times. What did you think? I mean, it sounds like a great idea, but I don't know. What do you think?
Not to bring it up, but in RuneScape we can definitely go back and play quests, right?
It's funny that you think that. Probably because you've done the same quest so many times in RuneScape, right?
Yeah.
But that's new accounts every time you have a new account. So like maybe if there were just some way where you could like brainwash the NPC so that it doesn't remember that you helped them. Or I don't know. But you know what would be better is if we had quests that were kind of like more... I think if we just had more quests, people wouldn't want to replay them. Or maybe because Juno's one of our like wiki editors, maybe he's wanting to know, can I play the quest multiple times so I can get all the information out and put it on the wiki? I think if that was your goal, Juno, I think the way to do that would be to just make a bunch of burner accounts basically and like make Juno 1, Juno 2, Juno 3 and just like screen record as you're doing the quest. That way you can get all the text dialogue. I think that's what they do for games like RuneScape. Another really cool thing would be if we could just keep you logged into your account, but you just make like a new account within your account. So like the same way how when you have a Google, you can sometimes have like a YouTube account with multiple, like I, for example, when I log into YouTube, I have Closed on Sunday, Pow Vista, Steven Arrow, my personal account. It's all there with still logged in as yourself, right? So like maybe we can make it so with Pow Vista, it's easy to make multiple accounts. In fact, leave me a comment if you think that's a good idea or if you're against it. But in a lot of MMOs and games like this, World of Warcraft has multiple accounts that you can have on one login. So like, it's the idea that you have different accounts that you can choose to enter the world as for one main account. And so, yeah, and so like when you want to just make a new character, you just make a new character. And you say, I'm going to make a new character and see what happens if I go this route instead. And you do all that. Same thing like in Spider-Man, you have like 4 save slots. There's tons of games like that where, Diablo is a great example where you have multiple opportunities to make accounts, and there's different classes and stuff for those. But even with our current system where we don't have any classes, it would be cool to be able to easily make a new account, especially for wiki editors, so that they can easily play the game. But the current workaround right now is you just log out, you make sure you remember your password, you log out, and if you don't remember your password, don't worry, you can recover the account. But you make a bunch of burner accounts and you just log in as a new player, and that's how you can replay quests right now. And it's kind of cool because when you do that, you have all the low stats, so you get to see what it's like to be an actual new player when you're playing the game, like in the current state of Pow Vista. Anyway, that's all the time we have for questions today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.